Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I was gonna schedule this for a little bit of a ramble pondering on mass extinctions and just a little meditation that I thought about earlier, but instead I'm just gonna keep this to an update video on where I've been, things of that nature. If you've noticed, a little update on the finger. If you recalled, in prior videos, I had an ingrown fingernail that had been repeatedly infected, and I'd been on antibiotics for it, and it was causing me all manner of issues. I had it removed on Thursday, under local. It was not the best. It was quite a more traumatic surgery than I had intended. Never had to have that type of surgery before. But I've had the dressing changed once on Monday. I said I had it out on... I actually don't even remember when it was out, if I'm being honest now. I think, yes, it was on Thursday, last Thursday, and then I had the dressing changed on Monday. I don't know when, if at all, I am going back to the doctors, unless this gets wet or dirty, contaminated. But I haven't been given a follow-up appointment. I asked if I required one, and the nurse didn't seem to know what I meant. Just like I was expected to just walk out of there and not come back unless there was an emergency. But it seems a little funny because I don't know the timeline. I don't know if this is gonna sort itself out in the next week or two, and realistically I can only keep this clean for so long, probably a week and a bit. It's already a pain in the ass. I have to glove it up, put a plastic bag on, keep the hand elevated just to shower. Just made washing my arms a task because I can't clean my arm in the shower because it's bagged up, and only being able to use my right arm is a pain in the ass. Washing my hands, I only wash my left hand when I'm going to the bathroom, like coming out of the bathroom, or when it gets anything on it, like only so often, as opposed to my right hand, which, you know, washing completely every time I wash my hands, just when I need to. That makes it sound like my hygiene habits are all over the place. I mean, I'm trying to avoid washing this hand as much as I can. I'm still washing it like multiple times a day, like 6 on average. But it is a pain in the ass because then, you know, washing my one hand with my one hand proves very difficult. So it's been hard. It's such a pain in the ass, and it's something you don't think about, how something as small as a finger, having it inaccessible, causes all manner of issues on every front. But we endure, we go on. Otherwise I've been quite ill. That seems to be a trend of mine. I was throwing up a bit about a week ago now. It's made my uni work schedule quite hectic, but I've got this going for me now as well, so, you know, can't be sick anymore, guys. I've just given it up yesterday. I said no more, because now the top of this finger is getting a little bit, I don't want to say soft, it's getting a little bit softer and agitated and itchy, as is both sides of the finger, but I can't do anything about that because I can't wet it, can't scratch it, really got to avoid touching it altogether, and I really haven't been. It's a pain in the ass. The only gloves I have right now are too small for this. Like, they're fine. They're smaller than my hand is, but they're not extra small, so they fit fine. But it does I do run into some issues with it, with the dressing, where it's kind of squeezing on it a little bit, so it probably isn't the best thing for it. But, you know, I saw the wound when the dressing was changed, and it looked fine. It was grisly. Like, it was just, where the needle was put in for the anesthesia, the finger, had already scarred up and everything, but everything else was still raw at the surgical site. It didn't like the saline solution that it was soaked in before the dressing was removed, and promptly bled everywhere. But the blood was also crimson red, so it obviously wasn't deep anymore. The wound's obviously healing, but there's no sign of the nail regrowing, as you can expect. In 4 days, it's not going to happen. I don't know how long it's going to take to heal now. I've just got to stave off infection by keeping it sealed and clean, So, hopefully that's fine. Yeah, I'm complaining a lot about it, but I'm much happier with this than what I had before, which was a perpetually, chronically infected wound. The first I've had with an ingrown fingernail. I don't get ingrown nails. I chew my fingernails a lot, as is partly cause for anxiety, but I don't ever seem to get ingrown nails, and that's maybe shocking to some people, but it also just doesn't happen for me. I've had a couple ingrown nails, but they sorted themselves out extremely quickly, never got infected. If they came close to infected, I wouldn't know, because I would have lanced them myself and cleaned it with hydrogen peroxide like a moron, because I was younger. But other than that, I can't say for certain if I've ever experienced it, so it's been a novel time for me, but yeah, I dread to have an ingrown toenail. I know those are far more common, and I've heard some terrible stories. My brother has a terrible story of his own. Something I don't want, alongside a plethora of other things. Pretty much anything that's bad. It's very uncomfortable right now. I was about to just exclaim my discomfort, but it's not in agony, just a little bit of pain there. So I might have done something. All the juices might be flowing, it might be repairing itself. Yeah. Hey, we'll see. If I don't upload for another 4 weeks, you'll know, because I'll actually have died. Yeah. Thoughts have trailed off, there's nothing more to say. Let's end this ramble here before it becomes completely incoherent. Thank you all so much for watching, for catching up with me. I'll catch you in the next video, wherever that may be. Cheers.